So I'm just gonna pretend this is a Halloween thing about destroying something for the sake of art, but it was really just because I needed to do this for a class. Welcome, bookhos. I'm Bianca. This is Book Hoarding by Bianca, and today we're just gonna be a little loosey-goosey. I'm gonna just be having some fun by destroying a desk. Why am I destroying a desk? You might not be asking. Because I'm taking a jewelry making class, and I need a jeweler's desk, okay? Or jeweler's bench. That's the technical term. If you look at these online, insert photo somewhere here, they're fancy. Look at all like the things that you can store, all the different levels of these tables. They have like all these fancy things. I'm not gonna pay like thousands of dollars for that. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna go into jewelry making. I'm honestly in this mostly because I don't have to pay tuition. I do have to pay for school supplies though. So like, oh, the way I spent $4,000 in that class. Hey, I like making pretty things. Also, I want to make chainmail shit. That's so good and so fun. Yes, I do. Also, I want to recreate costume stuff, like for myself or historical things, but not be 3D printed plastic. Yeah, I said it. As much as I appreciate there are so many 3D printing artists, people that are great, I want a belt buckle that's not gonna fall apart. I want a belt buckle that will actually hold weight and not just be decorative. I'm looking at you, Sabriel cover. I want that belt buckle. I'm gonna try to make that a school assignment, and if not, when class is done, I'm gonna figure out a way to make that belt buckle, my belt buckle, a little face in it. Oh, sorry, off topic. Wait, I'm learning wax casting this semester. Can I wax cast my own Sabriel belts? Is that a thing I'm gonna do? Shit. Enough realizations for me in this moment. Clearly, you need to take it back, bring it back. You have this table, it has a little cutout so that you can just be like kind of closer to your shit and your stuff. Also, because like you need to put up a little thing under it to like kind of catch your shavings, like your delicate things if you drop it, like your little tiny pieces of metal, your tiny like rhinestones and stuff. So there's a whole thing with that I will make later, like a little catch apron. I'm not gonna talk about that right now, but because you do need to be really close to your work and like in a little space, I needed a desk for that. I'm like, I seen a ton of YouTube DIYs that were just like, put all your stuff on a flat table, it's fine. Some jewelers, that's just how they work. But I did need a dedicated workspace for this because I don't want to use my sewing room, my sewing tables, because it's a ton of chemicals, a ton of things that are like not necessarily safe to be near fabrics that I want to like sew and wear on like the daily, or like maybe use for food stuff, right? And I didn't want to like also do that inside my house where like obviously too we have foodstuffs, even though this is like an ancient house that probably like everything in these walls are probably killing me slowly. Instead, I decided to be on the lookout for a desk. Well, I'm sure people have like their like free cycling or whatever groups on Facebook or in their communities. I live in like a big apartment complex area, and there's like these free areas, and at the end of the month, every month, somebody's moving out. End of the month, every month, not just one, it's probably like 10 people moving out because it's a pretty big area. That means free shit. That means every month free things. This table, free. This table, free. All that shit is typically things I found for free. I mean, except for like these things. Like this was originally a desk for work, and then I quit work, and then this is like a desk for, or this is like stuff I got thrifted. Yeah. All this is trying to say like my main like sewing things are from free shit that I found in my neighborhood. Because it's fun to just scavenge shit and be like, hey, this was free. I can do whatever I want with it. The things I paid for, I feel weird about being like, I'm gonna scrap you down and then do something, right? So I found my IKEA table, big old IKEA desk, and I was stoked about it, and I was like, this will be perfect, and had like a little area that I could cut into. So this is like basically a little quick video of how we just took a desk, made a big old cut, and then we're just like some basic stuff, and now it's a jeweler space. Yay! Alright, so here's the IKEA table. I used chalk, just a really basic chalk, not even Taylor's chalk, just chalk that I had to make a basic outline there for the half moon shape I want to cut out. So obviously I need to look at like the drawers under it in that area, and I had to do just inside of that because you don't want to be cutting through your drawers, right? Like if you get something that has supports and all that, you want to make sure that you're not cutting through there. So that's just a tip, making it easier for you. And then we got
little electric saw thing situation. And yeah, we cut through it. Here's the thing. This is just a basic, like, particle board, whatever it is, from IKEA. Like, it's not, like, wood. It's not going to be fancy looking. Like, the edges are going to be messed up. But you can just sand it down. This is just an FYI that, like, it's not going to be pretty. Like, look at that. It's okay. But we spent some time sanding the rough edges. And then, because this is outside, Frank sealed it for me, which was really nice. Just give it a little bit of protection so that it doesn't completely fall apart in the next year or so. A lot of our outdoor furniture immediately rests, so here we are. I have a raised bench pen here, and then the way that we set this up is we do the sawing of the bench pen first to make it what I need it to be. And then I also got to practice with the little jeweler's saw. So I cut the little, like, thing in the middle out so that I could be able to use that for sawing metal. Copper was my first assignment. And yeah, practicing on wood was kind of interesting. I was practicing with, like, a heavier blade, and it's with wood, so it's slightly easier. You can still break blades, but it just kind of gets you used to the motion and, like, the whole kind of idea behind it. So yeah, there it is. And then I just sanded it down, but I'll have more maybe on the kind of overall setup that I have for my jeweler's bench situation. But this is just the basics. It's how you just get set up in your space.
Those are some quick and dirty looks at my table situation. All this to say, like, it's pretty easy to do yourself if you want to do it. And the other thing is, a lot of, like, the jewelry making stuff that I've been encountering in class, like, there are different, like, little hacks for certain parts. Like, this book actually has a whole section on tools, and, like, is really nice about, like, not only telling you all the tools that you need, but also being like, hey, here's how to make your own, like, attach an apron or sweeps drawer. So if you snag this book, and I will link in the description, this is probably going to be, like, the best place to start if you're trying to get into jewelry making. Just an FYI. All right, so that's a little bit about that for right now. I destroyed a table for the sake of art. Poor table. In my defense, it was kind of ready, so, like, here we are. Patrons, you rock. Thank you so much. If you'd like to join my Patreon, links in the description. If you'd like to just send me a $1 or $2 or $3 on Ko-fi, you can do that too. Link in description. What else am I missing? I don't know. I need to go do some things right now. But thank you for joining me. Don't forget to make it so. That was very aggressive. Why was I so